Chapter 2, Professor Inumaru's Transformation. And, okay, the lizard. Okay, so we're doing the lizard as Professor Inumaru. Instead of Kurt Connors or whoever, like just changing everybody's name and everything. But like, very curious how they're going to do the lizard in this. Very curious. Again, based on last chapter, they could go in a very interesting direction with this. But okay, a island at night, and then some expedition running away, pushed into a hole, go off a cliff, basically, I guess. Oh, but he lives, and a lizard comes up to him. Komodo dragon or something. Whoa, okay, that looks like a lot of Komodo dragons, or just giant lizards in general. Yee, terrifying. How is he going to get turned into a lizard in this? Just bitten by a weird lizard? Turns him into a lizard? I love the way the lizards are drawn in manga at this time. Okay, now we just cut back to Japan. Tokyo International Airport. And okay, yep. Yeah, so he's back, but he's changed. And now, is this our house? No, okay, that's his house, okay. Yeah, this is his house. Meeting back up with his wife and everything. Some nice alcohol for them, but then already turned into this lizard. Alright. And okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, are all these chapters to be like full color? But okay, no, just the opening of these chapters in full color so far. Is that supposed to be scales? Oh boy. But okay, he kills his fucking wife. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is gonna be a lot darker tale for the lizard. A pharmaceutical company. What is this? Paneling. Alright, new drug in the stores. But then, big sound effect. It's rolling. Everything's falling off the walls. Alright, yeah. What? A lizard monster is destroying our factory! Insane news. But okay, so I assume someone from the pharmaceutical company is the one who like pushed him down the cliff and everything like that, so he's getting revenge. But yeah, he's destroying everything, whips it with his tail, a lever, like whips it up, turns it on, sets fire to the whole building. Damn. Impressive amounts of revenge. And yeah, burn up the whole drug, whatever that is. He's very against it. Okay, they got secret documents on him at his house, not here, so they're not destroyed yet. Unless the lizard knows about that. Is this supposed to be the newspaper? A lizard monster appears. The production factory of Koda Pharmaceuticals was attacked by a fierce lizard monster, and 5 factory buildings were destroyed and burned. The president of Koda Pharmaceuticals claimed the monster was a robot controlled by their competitors. So obsessed with the cyborgs and robots. But okay, back to high school. Reading about the lizard in the newspaper. And being called on, but not paying attention. But, yes, I don't know the answer. Haven't even asked you anything yet. You can dream about your girlfriend all night, all you want at night. Just keep your eyes open in class. Called him out. What's this kid gonna do? He's gonna bully us? But we're just kicking a rock, but then he comes up behind us. This guy's name is Rocky. Every day, it's just test after test. Everyone uses all their free time to study so they can get a better grade. Okay, where are you going with this? They all think of everyone else as their enemy and try to pass you if they have the chance. What's so fun about that? Well, why don't we go to the rent-a-car and burn some rubber motorbikes, of course. Okay, so this is just like his friend or something. The whole thing here, I thought he was gonna like stab him or something. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen like an American story do this concept. Like, I wonder if, like, how feasible is this? But I've seen this in many manga. The idea of, like, you go and you rent a motorcycle and then you just drive the motorcycle around just as a thing, just as a hobby, an activity to do. Okay, and Koda Pharmaceuticals is the company that his dad runs. Wish the lizard would have eaten my dad. Such a kid. Oh, why? I've always been jealous that you have a medical researcher for a father. You've been jealous of that? That's a real Japanese thought. I can't imagine an American having that thought. Alright, why don't we go to my house? Alright, sure. Listen to some records. Nice. And they're smoking and drinking too. This feels great. Let's have another round. No, I can't take anymore. I'm drunk. I didn't expect you to be a lightweight. Here, this will make you look cooler. Yeah, smoke. Yeah. Makes them cough like crazy. Now they're all just spinning around. And this looks like a cigarette too. Yeah. I mean, well, of course, the carton actually. But yeah, like they're acting high, but I guess it's just the fact they're drunk as well. And yeah, now Dad coming in, seeing. Yeah. I was gonna be like, is this something the dad allows, or is this something we're trying to sneak behind his back? Yeah. Oh, what the hell was that for? Okay, yeah. He's just being an idiot kid. But yeah, wants friends. Okay, so he don't typically hang out with us. That's why he's like trying to reach out. But went through life thinking that it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, like you keep saying. I'll never make a single friend. This is a really Marvel Comics issue. I like this. I got a lot of issues of a father-son relationship like this in the comics. We're not animals, idiot. Real animals, more like the lizard monster that attacked us yesterday. This dialogue. Can't we just let Spider-Man take care of it? You Spider-Man? Yeah, he's the bad guy that beat Electro. How did you not hear about that? But yeah, he's disappeared ever since. Don't know how long it's been. And yeah, this is the ultimate. Being invited over to your friend's house and he's yelled at by his parents while you're just sitting there so awkwardly. So awkward. But alright, back tonight. And just, yeah, reliving the previous day, previous month, previous week. Who knows what it was. But it's a nice art. A nice collage, at least. But okay, just a dream. And, interesting, like, really the only possession he has is this guitar. But it's been very consistent. Like, I didn't really think anything of it in Chapter 1, but the fact that he keeps drawing it is very interesting. He just keeps it in a drawer. He just keeps it in the very first top drawer of his desk. So unsecretive. Rumi's brother wasn't a villain as much as he was an unfortunate man that lost to the evils of society. Okay, I feel like we're going a little bit too far with this. If I'm the one saying I think we're being too woke with this, I think that's a problem. That's crazy. What, he lost to the evils of society, and the evils of society was making him pay for killing somebody in a car? That vehicular manslaughter is an evil, and make him pay for vehicular manslaughter is an evil of society? And what do you mean he wasn't a villain? He murdered people! He murdered people! What are we talking about here? This is fucking crazy. He's so much worse than most of the villains in the comics. Most villains in the comics don't kill people. But Electro straight up murdered people! I mean, not to mention he hit a kid with his fucking car. Like, it's an accident, but... that's an avoidable accident. If you get hit by another car, that's one thing. But, that's like an accident. If you're the one who crashes into another car, it's not quite an accident. It's it's an accident in the sense that, well, you didn't mean to do it. Yeah, I'm not saying, like, most people are just slamming their cars into others. But it's not an accident in the sense of it's not your fault. We're trying to say, because of one little accident, but that's different from it's not his fault that he hit this girl. It's still his fault. He should have been looking out. And same thing with like a normal crash. If you're crashing into somebody else, that's your fault. If you get crashed into, you can say it's not my fault. But there ain't no kid running at your car hard enough to it doesn't work that way. Okay, already decided to never use my superpowers ever again. This is Chapter 2. And the cigarette carton fully used up now. Yeah, got the National Guard out there guarding this place now. I love how much we're talking about this being a robot. It's so funny. Well, if we're setting the story in Japan, we have to just have everybody assume this is robots. But it makes so much sense. It's such a cultural difference. Okay, so somebody went to the company saying, or somebody went to the factory saying he was from the company, and his name was, what was the main guy? I don't remember. you know, the person who is the lizard. I don't remember what we said his name was. All right, they enter the factory. They shoot him down. But, okay, he's just deflecting. He's bulletproof. Damn. Got a bulletproof lizard here. Okay, new day. I guess he just destroyed more of the factory and then went away. But yeah, this is a transformation monster. A Henshin monster. Oh, this is insane. A human can't transform into a lizard. His aunt's, you know, quite young actually. You know, nowhere near as old as Aunt May. My dad's really depressed. He's happy about that. His company got attacked by that monster twice and completely messed up the drug he created himself. Well, unless they start from scratch, my old man's secret documents, they only hope of manufacturing the drug. Did your father injure his head? Yeah, now I'm kind of feeling sorry for him. So I came to see you to see if I could find out more about this monster. Okay, what? Why would we know? We're almost at your acquaintance's house. Okay, this man's a scientist I respect, and he's researching biology. Okay, so we're going to the lizard's house. I haven't seen him in a whole year, but he taught me a lot about biology. Okay, so yeah, like, was he your biology? He's not. It wasn't like a teacher. He's not saying. This is just like a biologist you knew. But yeah, you're a great guy. Yeah, I do like our main character. You know, he's quite weird at times, but you know, he's endearing. And right, Inumaru was this guy's name, which is. Sorry, wait, his name is Inumaru. Okay, well, I didn't catch that the first time. That's just like dog. His name is just dog. Like, his name is the word for dog and the honorific for dog. That's crazy. But alright, yeah. Here's our Professor Dog. But yeah, he's just inviting some random kids in, and we're like asking so directly, is it possible for a human to transform into a lizard? Really, to his perspective, would feel like we immediately clocked on to what's going on. Yeah, Rocky's dad's company was attacked by lizard monster twice. What? I'm a Rocky. So goofy. Oh. Alright. Here's his lab. Oh, again, then we just leave. So, what did he tell us? He said he didn't know anything about it. Okay. And there was blood on the floor. Damn, didn't notice that at all. That was definitely blood. And then meanwhile, what are these sound effects? I'm not sure. Okay, just the lizard was in the trees, jumping out at us now. Cool paneling. But shit, okay, Rocky's been kidnapped, probably specifically because he's the guy's son. But damn, that lizard fast. Damn, God, oh, I thought it was 2-page spread for a second. Yeah, can't just, yeah, hesitated, didn't do anything. Body did not move on its own. Could have saved him or used my superpowers, but I didn't. Just let my friend get kidnapped in front of my eyes. Such a coward. Yeah, now it's time to go back to this house and be like, yeah, you got kidnapped right in front of me. And yeah, if he only kidnapped your son, seems like a personal grudge. These guys' faces. Right? Phone rings. Who's there? What? This fucking paneling structure. What the hell is this, George Tuska? Jesus Christ. Everything's so angular. But yeah. Hey, it's me, the lizard! You will not create that new drug if you want your son back. Bring the documents with the formula and come to Ch.2-4. Contact the police and your son's dead. But without those documents... Are those documents more important than your son? But alright, yep, he'll do it. Hey, nice kitty. Shush. But alright, yep, we got the Spider-Man costume one underneath. And yeah, we got the, you know, we overheard, assumingly, with our spider hearing. It's gonna be a Ch.2-4. But yeah, can't have them get involved. Everybody go home. Okay, so those are the two detectives, I say. Jesus Christ. Designs. But okay, sneak back in, and then, what the hell? Just a panel of them swinging. Or page, really, but... Oh, okay. But the voice? Well, what's it saying? Something, I'm not sure. Alright, who's there? Spider-Man. Oh, he was lifting his cigar. I see, with the web, I see. It's Spider-Man! And he's using the web to hold himself to the ceiling instead of just, you know, his suction. Or whatever. And then flicks it back into his mouth. Lands back down. Oh my god, this build is terrible. But yeah, heard everything with his spider hearing. I don't think spiders have crazy hearing, but... Alright, yeah, gotta help him. And what is the backstory for all this that's causing this guy to want to not have this drug be made? Yeah, just gonna have to give him the documents and steal them back afterwards. It's really the only option you have. That lizard man has become a lizard even to the core because he's dealing massive damage to the company. He's an animal! Please don't feed him! But yeah, I assume we're gonna once again have the twist thing of the, like, you know, oh, he was not actually the animal, you were the animal all along. And yeah, that's true. There's like, yeah, Komori just left. Just in the middle of all this heartfelt stuff, he was just like, yeah, your son's been kidnapped. Bye! Just, what an asshole. Alright, rushing out. Okay, cool panel. You gotta, like, turn the whole page sideways. So much more doable at the time before digital stuff became a thing. These weird pages where they're, like, black or gray. So weird. We've encountered other manga, you know, in the 60s that did the same thing, but... But okay, so the detectives are trailing as well. They don't, you know, this is not up to snuff for them either. Okay, here at the zoo. And Spider-Man was just in the trunk. Oh my god. Okay, but okay, yep, here he is. Professor Dog. Okay, it was his voice, actually. Okay, taking the documents, throwing them in a swamp, the alligators are gonna come and just eat the documents. Alright, can't steal them back now. Gone forever. By the way, your son is fast asleep. I gave him some sleeping pills. Okay, nice of you. I was thinking of making him my next meal. Okay, never mind, not so nice of you. Is the professor insane? If it was you, you would have done this without a moment's thought. Yes, okay, he's the one. The dad is the one who pushed him off. Okay, so they were traveling through the islands of the South Pacific to discover a new drug as researchers from the Japanese Pharmaceutical Association. Finally discovered a new drug from a herb used by the locals. Then we began compiling documents of the production method to create a drug that could increase the average lifespan by 10 years. Damn, pretty good. But that night you pushed me off a cliff. So that way he could, like, take all the profits for himself. Or all the, you know, profits for being the creator. And yeah, and after that, at the bottom of the cliff, a very terrifying place. Countless giant lizards trying to eat me. It was indeed a world of animals, a world of survival of the fittest. Bringing that back. I fought back and did all I could to survive, so I could have my revenge against you. And suddenly, one day, I suddenly started experiencing zoanthropy. Okay, how did this happen? There's no explanation, just, one day it happened. Wasn't even bitten by one of the lizards. But because you were attacked by so many lizards, my fear of lizards suddenly flipped inside out, and I began to imitate the lizard's behavior. Before long, I felt a perverted stimulation in my nervous system. I felt my body turning into a lizard, and in the end, I was bombarded by impulses to kill and destroy. Now, whenever I am aroused, it turns me completely into a lizard, and because of that, I even killed my beloved wife. But don't forget it, you're the animal in human clothing. That's the only way to survive in this world. Survival of the fittest. Holy shit, what an origin! It had nothing to do with being bitten by a lizard or any radioactivity or anything like that. It is simply a One Punch Man villain-ass origin story. I was so scared of lizards, I became a lizard. Insane! That's so One Punch Man. Holy shit. But alright, he picks up Araki, throws him into the gators. Spider-Man dives in to save the day, grabs him, swings out. There you go. But yeah, now I gotta fight the lizard himself. Okay, ooh, cool transformation. Very good transformation. Like that. Why? What is this pose? You look like you're gonna piss your pants. Yeah, trying to appeal to him, but not gonna work. I do like, yeah, the lizard is drawn just like how he is in the comics too. Really love it. The design is exactly the same, 1-to-1. Alright, call on the police, we got a lizard. What are they gonna do? He's fucking bulletproof. But it's up to Spider-Man to save the day. He's just getting his ass handed to him though. But he's not fighting back, but... And yeah, using the tail as well, whipping you around. But okay, gets him off of him and hooks himself around the railing, throws him off into the alligators, assumingly. Yep. And then, yeah. Must have been, he reverted to his normal self and is ripped apart by the fucking alligators. Holy shit. So brutal. So dark. I'm gonna kill every single one of the villains immediately? Oh my god. Well, okay, President Dog's dead already. This is like the fucking MCU. Just murder every fucking villain immediately. And yeah, they thank us, but we don't want to be thanked. We just had to kill the random biologist we knew. Not our teacher, but just a random biologist that we were friends with. Next time if a monster shows up, then I'm sure my spider sense will take the side of the monster. What? What? If a monster shows up, I'm sure my spider sense will take the side of the monster. What do you even mean? What? What? Okay, that was the lizard. That was Spider-Man vs. the Lizard. What the fuck? And again, here is the issue that they were pulling from an earlier issue. So interesting that, like, they're pulling from all the early issues. I guess it makes a lot of sense, but I was kind of thinking that they were just going to be doing whatever was going on at the time. Like, they were just like, alright, let's just grab whatever issues are on the shelves and just, do stories based off those, rather than, like, having to go, because, like, these are not easy ones to get. Like, I guess, to be fair, if this might mean they are indeed working with Marvel, and that Marvel is giving them some issues. Anyway, first issue here with the Lizard, Kurt Connors actually wasn't his teacher in the comics either, so I'm not sure why I kept making that reference. It just, like, makes... It felt like we were going to do... It felt so easy to say, oh yeah, he's my teacher, because he also is in Japan. Like, why not make the Lizard a previous teacher of Ryu when it just feels like so easy to do, versus like the Spider-Man comics. The reason why he can't be Peter's teacher is because Peter is in New York and Kurt Connors is in Florida, and so it just wouldn't make any damn sense. But he originally meets him by just being like, I'm looking for this lizard monster guy, so I'm going to go to this scientist in Florida who, the lizard monster attacks are happening in Florida, and hold on, let me back up. Spider-Man goes to Florida because Joe J. Jameson puts a thing in the newspaper like, I'm challenging Spider-Man to defeat the lizard, for no fucking reason, just to make sales, But it's convenient plot bullshit. Anyway, Spider-Man goes to Florida. He talks to Kurt Connors, being like, you're a, he's not a biologist, he's a, lizard expert. And so he was, talking to him about it and everything like that. And Kurt Connors' wife informed Spider-Man, oh yeah, by the way, he is the lizard. He is the lizard, in fact. And then we did a battle with him, which, the whole battle with the lizard originally was kind of what we got here, which is, I don't want to hurt you in any way. But in the comics, he doesn't hurt him in any way. He, never actually, fights him. He gets an antidote down into his mouth. He has to, hold his mouth open and get an antidote down into it. And then he turns back human. And then, it's like, oh, thank God you saved me. I promise to never be the lizard again. And also it's the whole thing of, he's missing an arm from World War II. And he's trying to regrow the arm. And everything like that. That's why he's been, researching lizards for forever. But yeah, Kurt Connors is a fantastic character in the comics. He's really one of Spider-Man's only friends. Someone that Spider-Man knows. He's definitely one of my favorite of the Spider-Man villains. Both as the Lizard, he's just a really cool monster villain, but also the human side of him is really, really engaging as well. Especially because it's the classic thing I love in the comics of a character going, "Phew, I've been saved. Okay, I'll never do that again," and then so often going, maybe I should turn myself into a lizard again. I love how often it happens. One of my favorite issues is one where Spider-Man's struggling really hard to beat down a bad guy, and he calls up Kurt Connors for help with a formula for an anecdote thing again. And Kurt Connors is like, "Hey, Spider-Man, you want I should turn into a lizard to help you?" And he's like, No, don't do it. It's gonna be so much worse. But it happens all the time. In Iron Man, Happy Hogan's constantly you want me to turn to the freak, boss? No, I don't want you to turn to the freak. We spent so long trying to prevent you from being the freak. Just do it so often. But yeah, this issue was very fun. Great issue. Highly recommend it. They're picking some good-ass issues to do. I mean, so many of the early, the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko era is phenomenal up until a point, and then it gets really, rough, and then once Romita takes over, it becomes really good again. But yeah, the Lee Kirby run is fantastic. If you've seen, which Spider-Man cartoon is it? I can never remember the names of each Spider-Man cartoon. I'm so bad about it. Let me look it up. Spectacular. If you've seen the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series, that one basically covers the whole Steve Ditko, Lee Kirby... What should I say? The whole Kirby... No, why am I saying Kirby? The whole Ditko Lee era. Jesus Christ. Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, their whole run, like the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon sort of reworked a lot of that stuff into a different... And they bring in some stuff from Romita, like Kingpin and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's all, it's all Steve Ditko and Stan Lee. So if you are interested in that, I highly recommend Spectacular Spider-Man for that. But okay, that's it for this one. On to the next chapter. Okay, chapter 3, A Hero Too Strong. Oh, okay. Who the fuck is this? Who do I think this is going to... Like, my brain thinks a random caveman or something. So maybe, like, Kazar or Kazar? Maybe Kazar? Otherwise, who the fuck could this be? I don't know. It's gotta be Kazar, but why would we do a Kazar thing? Buildings. This city's full of buildings with no gaps between them. Here, many different people live crowded together. Okay, I mean, maybe a Kazar issue. But, yeah, it is so funny, too, because, like, the comics do so much stuff with, like, alleyways and everything like that, but New York City doesn't really have a whole lot of alleyways, honestly. And then why is this a negative shot? Why did they take a picture of it, turn into negative for this? Okay. Japan Pro Wrestling Conference. Okay. Also, I was thinking New York City, but right, this is just like Tokyo or something. But okay, Japan Pro Wrestling Conference. Not what I was expecting. So, okay, are we now going to do the wrestling thing? Calling up somebody. Yeah, 110. No, 119 is the Japanese 911. So, this is just somebody calling. We have an emergency. Come to the Japan Pro Wrestling Conference. Okay, an emergency here. Yes, he's a foreign wrestler, and he appears to be dangerous. We don't know when he came to Japan, but he just suddenly showed up. Okay. So, that guy on the cover might have been a wrestler here. A foreign wrestler. I don't know what we're doing with this one. But okay. Oh, we're doing... Okay, the Kangaroo. Okay, we were doing so many early issues, I didn't think we were going to do something so late. Okay, the Kangaroo is one of the most recent issues of Spider-Man at the time of this coming out. Okay. But okay. Cool. I like that we're going to do some of the more recent issues, too. And this is an issue that was so fun. Like, again, we'll go over it at the end of this thing, but I think that's better. We'll go over the issues at the end because I don't want to, like, spoil anything for people who haven't, read these stuff. And I want to see how it all plays out and everything. But, yeah, love the Kangaroo issue. Absolutely one of the most ridiculous enemies Spider-Man's ever fucking had. Curious if it's going to play out the same. Okay. But, yeah. I'll never get caught by you. Running away. What is he wearing? Yeah, don't send the cops. Just send the wrestlers after him. Just send a bunch of wrestlers after him. But, no, he'll still... And so, like, what was the scenario? The scenario is that, like, he, like he was dangerous. Like, we don't know why he was dangerous. Just that, like, so those four wrestlers showed up, and they didn't want him because he was kind of dangerous in some way, whatever that was. And then they were going to call the police. They did call the police on him, so he just ran away. That's all that happened. It's not like, it's like, it's an emergency. It doesn't really seem like it's an emergency. It's just kind of like a guy that, like, what does he mean by he appears to be dangerous? That's really, like, the one caveat here. But aside from that, I don't want to see why this is an emergency. But anyway, so now he's actually fighting back. And yeah, so we're just seeing the kicks. Not seeing actually how he fights yet. Oh, was that them, actually? Were they the ones who were kicking on him? He's got some blood and everything. Good face. I like the face a lot. Like, very well detailed. Okay. Screams, and then, yeah, a bunch of people here. Whoa, it's a fight between wrestlers. Yeah, 5-on-1, too. But he's getting... Is he, like, got him in a chokehold or something there? Hard to tell what's happening. But Yeah, I got a lot of onlookers here. Okay, and Spider-Man as well. Looking on from above. I love his eyes. He's so beautiful. Not what I was expecting from the Kangaroo at all. But then he goes in for a strike. Blood splatters. Spider-Man leaps down to save the day. And then he just... Oh, okay, actually, yeah, he beats up all the wrestlers. Because, yeah, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. This is just the guy from Mizuki Shigeru's works. Like, Kitaro and his other manga. It's like one of his stand-in characters. I don't remember his name, but he's a classic businessman sort of stand-in. Hey, guys. Are you trying to kill this man? Hey, guys. Are you trying to kill this man? It would be so, you know, like, I don't know, a serious line, suddenly big boom. Are you trying to kill this man? But, hey, guys. But yeah, I mean, they're all beat up too. Yeah, they're the ones who were getting their asses handed to us by his kicks. What? That's impossible. Yeah, look at him. He's perfectly fine. I mean, blood on him is ours. Okay. God, what a good face. Great character design here. Absolutely adore it. You know, he's got a similar design to the Kangaroo in the comics, but not quite. I mean, everybody's had quite different designs in this. And yeah, his big old leaps, boing, boing, boing. I mean, in the comics he can leap very, very far. This you could walk that distance and he would still be just as fast. He's a dangerous guy that can kill people without a second thought. Again, you haven't shown me that. He's a villain that's wanted all over America. A murderous wrestler known as the Kangaroo. Okay. So he has already murdered people, or he's murderous. So he's not a murderer. He was expelled from the American Pro Wrestling Association because he was so violent. Okay, is this happening after the issue in the comics? Did the issue in the comics happen with Spider-Man in America, and then he came to Japan where there's a Japanese Spider-Man? I mean, you know, in this universe, I don't think there's a Spider-Man in America and some of that. But it's funny to imagine that the issue happened exactly as it happened. But, so, we'll go over that at the end of the issue, and you know, again, but curious. Alright, yeah, please show up, and... Okay, and the Please and Spider-Man working together. What did he do here? He like, he hits a steel beam and drops it on Spider-Man? Why? He helped him. Okay, yeah, he just kicked the side of it and then dropped a bunch. Okay, he did it because Spider-Man was following him. I see. Damn, yeah. Broke the car, destroyed it. Or no, he's leaping on top of the cars. I see. Thought it was steel beams. But yeah, just boing, 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 boing. We get, like, you know, this car's all damaged and destroyed. Then he bounces on these and they're totally fine. This car is all destroyed. Bounces on these, they're totally fine. That car's all destroyed. So which is it? Or is he bouncing on them and not doing any damage, or is he destroying the cars? What, you gotta pick one. Damn, that was a lot of pages of color. A lot of color pages there. Okay, so he is destroying the cars. It's just like the art was very bad at showing it. It could not show the cars getting destroyed as he was bouncing off of them. They just somehow get dented later. And yeah, the scaffolding's all bent now as well. This is your fault. He got away because you just had to jump in. Yeah, motherfucker blaming Spider-Man. I mean, to be fair, I mean, that is kind of true. But you guys were all getting your ass beat. You guys would have gotten killed otherwise. But if only I hadn't interfered. Of course, he's gonna take that. What the fuck is that, chameleon? Is that just like he didn't want to draw a face, so he just drew the fucking lines? Okay, got a bunch of newsmen who are investigating this. The Joho News. Right. Joho was that was the publishing company that, yeah, like this is supposed to be Jameson, I assume. You know, something equivalent. Joho. And yeah, the whole like prize thing they did was also something that happened in the comics very early on as well. Just borrowing that element. And yeah, not a very big company, and Spider-Man just came and took 1 million yen from them. That's, I don't even know how they had 1 million yen. But yeah, so, gotta get some more sales. Gotta shock the readers with something. And yeah, Despicable Spider-Man. I'll use my Joho newspaper to expose who you really are. Okay. That's how we're setting this up. But yeah, I like, you know, I talked about how, like, manga does not typically have as interesting storytelling as the comics have had to me. But this one actually has more interesting storytelling than some of the comics do. I think, you know, here and there. Like, overall, I think the storytelling in the comics is still better than this version, but there's some moments that are just like, oh, okay, that's a more, like, nuanced take than the comics did. I like that. Alright, yeah, just running an editorial for Slay the Fake Hero Spider-Man. This so-called man of justice is just a cowardly hypocrite who thinks only the fame and fortune. But yeah, so, put out the hit on him. Is there another prize? Like, is this for more prize money, or is this just kill him? And I'll say thank you. But no one would believe this nonsense, huh? But, alright, ooh, interesting page here with the, like, you know, he ripped up the newspaper and then just littered it all over the city. But Spider-Man's self-righteous intrusion was the cause of the dangerous Kangaroo's escape. The world calls Spider-Man a hero of justice, but he is no more than a bounty hunter after money and popularity. This incident was undoubtedly an action calculated to gain society's praise by saving a man overcome by violence. Alright, yeah, twisting the tail. Is he just yelling out to the city, "It's all nonsense! It was all a misunderstanding!" But the article's already been spread on the TV and other newspapers and magazines alike. The people of Japan, once again, came to think of the superpowered Spider-Man as just a monster. A spider hides itself and only comes out to catch bugs, doesn't it? And the powers of a spider are multiplied thousands of times over within Spider-Man. We need to be more careful about his actions. Why? Why is society so quick to believe that bullshit? I know, what's this? So was the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. Intertag blood battle. So, okay, yeah, just not a wrestling thing. Okay, the Kangaroo just showed up. Okay, so is that what the Kangaroo did to somebody? Leaps into this fucking outfit, so ridiculous. Leaps in, kicks him, knocks his fucking teeth out, blood. He just interrupts another match. Oh, and he's got a bandage on his teeth. Alright, yeah. Kangaroo, I'll challenge you today. Alright, we're gonna Spider-Man gonna box fucking Kangaroo in the ring. Cool. Hell yeah. Bringing the wrestling origins of Spider-Man in with the Kangaroo. Cool. So he just throws a bottle on her head. Bink. He's such a bad guy in this too. The Kangaroo in the comics is such a, like, innocent guy. Completely, he commits a lot of crimes, but he doesn't really mean to. He's just stupid. But in this, he's so mean. He's so evil, truly. Like, he is just going around beating up people, but, like, beating the absolute tar out of them. He has no goal or want in this life. He joins fucking boxing rings and beats the shit out of an ongoing match. Alright, Spider-Man leaping in the air. Is he gonna do a kick as well? Oh, no, okay. He's just leaving. Wait, that was Spider-Man. Oh, no, that was his boots. Never mind. I don't know why I thought that was Spider-Man. But no, yeah. So he's just leaping another ring away. Alright, yeah, so we're not gonna fight in the ring. Damn it, I really want us to fight in the ring. Come on. Spider-Man, you were waiting for him to cause a riot! Jesus Christ. Yeah, you really are a menace. Oh, but a boy is trapped in the crowd. Gonna get stomped to death. Yeah, gonna get trampled on. But alright, he protected the boy. But the Kangaroo got away. But yeah, at least we saved the boy's life. Thank you, Spider-Man. It's still hiatus. This guy's a good artist. He's a good character designer. His art leaves a hell lot of me to desire. Let me know. I don't think he's a good artist. Take that back. But he's a good character designer. I like his designs. Back to the city streets. A lone house. Okay, Spider-Man's house. Comes in with the newspaper. His proportions are so weird. It was a child from the orphanage as well. Oh my god. Wait, he's a hypocrite because he donated the million yen prize money from the Electra incident to orphanages around Japan. How does that make him a hypocrite? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, he's a hypocrite because that's a plan to gain the popularity of our youth to become a star in the future? That's not hypocrisy. That's just like he has ulterior motives, but that's not what hypocrisy means. But okay. But yeah, of course, that's all just Jameson saying all that, or sorry, Joho saying all that. And yeah, calling for his unmasking as well. Very interesting paneling work here with him just being on the, on the sheet there. On the, the window curtain. But yeah, it's not true. If this keeps up, Spider-Man will be considered a hypocrite forever. Hypocrite? Why is it a hypocrite? But yeah, gotta catch that kangaroo. Meanwhile, TV. The house was broken into or something. Yeah, kangaroo attacked another rich house last night. Robbed the food and money in their house. This kangaroo is so different from the one in the comics. What is it? This sparkle in his eye? Oh, dude, this art is so low quality. Alright. Aunt, I may get home from school, but don't worry about me. She never has a name, just Aunt. Just Aunt. Not even Auntie or something. Who just calls her Aunt? Aunt. Not Auntie. But alright, out he goes. Do we need the arrow? Alright. Dash into the halls. Straight up to the editor's room. Alright, first need to make some money to search for the kangaroo. What? Okay, it's something he needs. The quickest way, as much as I hate to admit it, is to ask that wretch of a manager. Yeah. What? You want a part-time job? You're covering the guy. You're the guy I had covering the science experiment at the high school. Right, yeah, he already did work for him and everything, so. And alright, yeah. Give him a job. Go take pictures of Spider-Man. Okay, that's where we start. Yeah, get pictures of him fighting the kangaroo. They'll pay handsomely. Well, can you do it? I'll do it, but I need to be paid in advance. What? He grabbed the lit end of his cigar. But I'm shocked that Joho actually paid him in advance. Damn, it's better than Jameson. But okay, now he's got his motorcycle. Hell yeah. Okay, he needed a motorcycle to go catch the kangaroo. But all right. See, now Peter did get an advance for the motorcycle, I do believe, in the comics as well. But that was after he was working for Jameson for years, and there was stipulations to it as well. But crazy. But okay, so he got his motorcycle in here as well. I love the era where Peter had a motorcycle. He didn't have it for that long, maybe only like a year or so, and then he had to sell it to get some money to pay for Aunt May's medication. But cool. Bring the motorcycle into this one. Yeah, I'm surprised that stingy old man paid up. Yeah, we got it. Oh, wait. But thanks to him, I can use this to buy the kangaroo, and I could even buy a camera. You didn't have a camera? You didn't even have a camera. So yeah, like when you were covering the high school experiment, you weren't taking pictures or anything. You were just there doing an experiment. And then what? It's a spider. We got this goofy, fucking composite kind of spider design. What was that? What was that? That was just a random panel of a spider. That had nothing to do with anything. I thought we were cutting away back to Jameson's or Joho's office or something, or this was going to be a spider who's running into on the road or something. I don't know. Nothing. But all right, now he's got some motorcycle gang guys coming. Oh, actually no, they're just principal school. Huh? But yeah, Rocky and this is a new girl or something. Looks great. Yeah, Yoko asked me to give her a ride and wouldn't take no for an answer. Ow, ow. Yeah, he's saying that. She's like digging into his back. But it's true. You had a pretty nice bike. Did you buy it? Yeah. It's a 250cc Honda. Okay. Easily get 150k on that. Alright, let's race. But yeah, I forgot that, we did the whole thing of renting out these bikes and stuff, so. Yeah, they want to race us now, but we don't got the time for this. We're trying to find a crook, but gotta just do it anyway. And right in front of this car. Fucking idiot! Yeah, Kimura, you're cooler than I thought. Oh, I thought you were just a bookworm. I knew from the beginning. You're a cool guy. He's not a judge who only thinks of passing other people. He's not a judge who only thinks of passing other people. That's so funny to say after that's what they literally just did. But of course, they're talking about school. But and then, whoosh, yeah, we're out of here. But yeah, interesting dynamic here. Of this time, I assume, these could be playing off of Peter. Considering this is a kangaroo issue, I guess these are probably supposed to be closer to, Harry Osborn, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, that sort of, group of friends, rather than the high school group of friends of Liz Allen and Flash Thompson, mostly just those two. But there's always some other kids, but those were the only two that had names. But yeah, interesting. None of these really, fit into any of those sort of characters. So like these are much more just like, you know, Peter's friend, Yu's friends here, who is you know, they are just a different kind of friend. You know, it's just not. What's the one thing in this book that's not really equivalent to something else in the comics? I mean, it kind of is, but like not really. But I mean, like the whole like you know, Flash in the comics was the kind of guy who was always trying to be friends with Peter Parker, and Peter was always just, you know, ignoring him or shunning him or actively like being an asshole to him. And that's really what causes Flash to be a bully to Peter. It really kind of brings it on himself, because pretty much everybody in high school hated Peter because he's an asshole. Like, Peter's just a huge piece of shit. And so that's pretty much why everybody bullies him, because he's deserves bullying. He's a piece of shit. And so, like, Flash does, you know, say things all the time, like, you know, oh, come on, Peter's a cool guy, you know, he's not just a drudge doing things passing other people. And then the scene will play out, and then the scene ends with Flash going, I was wrong, this guy's a fucking loser, he only thinks about being better than other people, he's an asshole. So, you got a little bit of that there, a tiny little bit, but, you know, I feel like leaving out the hate of Flash, and also, like, the whole thing with Flash is, you know, the biggest Spider-Man fan in the world hates Peter Parker. But, I mean, like, even in the present comics right now, Flash has been, like, home from Vietnam, right about to go back to Vietnam. But, again, tries to, you know, recuperate things with Peter, but Peter's just an asshole still, you know. It was, like, relationship things. Like, he thought Flash was flirting with his girl, but wasn't at all. But, you know, there's some energy here, but it's not quite the same. Oh, right, the race was still going on, I guess. Okay. So, yeah, they just lost the race. Yeah, by the way, I still believe that Spider-Man's a hero of justice. Okay, so yeah, this is supposed to be like our Flash equivalent, I think. What do you think about it? There's no one that isn't a bit of an egoist. Interesting. Yeah, this is such a very different take on Flash. Completely. But alright. Car. And then, whoa! Okay, fucking hits. Who was this? Because that's you. That was, what's his name in the girl? Ah, shit, what was his name? Hold on. Araki, right, Araki. And then what was the other ones? Kame and Anko. But maybe I should write those down. Let me write this down, because they might reappear. But yeah, so this should be Araki and Yoko's bike. But where the hell are they? What happened to them? What happened to their bodies? Where are they? But okay. And like, did he, like, move out into the street or whatever? Like, you know, I don't know. Didn't seem like it, but... Again, the art in this manga is so bad. It's so, like, you know, you can look at a car like this and be like, oh, well, that's some good art. But, I mean, one, he's just looking at a picture and drawing that. But, like, and same with, like, this motorcycle. Like, the photorealistic stuff is just because he actually is looking at a real photo. But the just art direction is what I mean. Like, the art direction is so bad. All right, yeah, like... Okay, yeah, there they are. Again, what? This art direction is terrible. Even if the panel-by-panel stuff is fine, it's serviceable, the art direction is so bad. But okay. Yeah, hit and run, ignored the signal, ran through the red light. Gotta take these guys to the hospital. How do we take them to the hospital? On our bikes. Okay, yeah, just stop a car. But, yeah, they're not gonna hear you over, like, you know, you're standing on the side of the road. Trying to get in the middle of it, but... Are they? Yep, they're gonna hit you too. Oh my god. Okay, so all the cars just running by the red lights. Are they running away from the kangaroo, or is there like something else going on? Damn. I mean, thank God we were wearing a helmet. Like Araki wasn't even wearing a helmet, right? He was just trying to. Oh no, okay, he was wearing a helmet, but she wasn't. Ooh, that's not good. But yeah, I dodged it just in time. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, it's got to be the kangaroo running away from the kangaroo or something. But it's both sides, actually. Both sides of the traffic, so I don't know. It can't be that. Okay, yeah. He's okay, but yeah, better take Yoko on your bike. I guess, yeah, can't stop a car. We don't have any way of calling an ambulance or anything, you know. Like, the only way we'd have of calling an ambulance is a car phone, which we can't stop a car, so, you know. Just got to take her on the bike. What? What the fuck? Why? Why? I don't know, but okay. Just a random insert thing. I mean, of course. So, like, this was probably a big ad originally. In, like, you know, It's something that we're not used to because most of us, anybody that's really watching this video, has probably grown up in the 90s, I'm assuming. But back in the 80s and previous 70s, 60s, and all that, you would just have an ad right here in the middle of the fucking page, or like, you know, just a panel space could just be, not would be, but could be taken up by an ad when it ran in the magazines. And then when it became a volume, a lot of times they would either just leave this blank entirely, or they would insert something here, like clearly this was inserted in later. Or, like, some really good mangaka will just redraw a panel, like, just draw for the first time, when it got volumed, a panel that didn't exist there, and, like, have it be, you know, something unconsequential, but still, you know, adds to the story or whatever. If you read JoJo, you'll see it a lot in JoJo, especially, like, you know, early JoJo part 1, 2, and 3. If you read it and you pay attention, just look for the panels that are clearly drawn in a different style from, like, everything else, because Araki was drawing it years later when it all got volumed. But, yeah. It's interesting to keep an eye out for that sort of stuff. And, yeah, I've seen these. I've never seen this, where it's just like, I just insert a picture of Spider-Man here. Always fascinating to see what artists do with that empty space. All the cars are desperate to get away from the city center. But why were they going both ways then? Because we have the cars going all... Wait, are they all going the same way? No. Yeah, they're going separate ways. It's like, these cars are going right, these cars are going left. So, you know, how are they going away from the city center if they're both going in these directions? That doesn't make any sense. And then what the hell just happened? I'm not even sure what just happened. Again, the art direction is terrible. There's no build up to this. There's no motion. There's no how we got into the situation. We just got hit by another truck or something. What the fuck is going on? Okay, yeah, there's no way this is just like a running away from the kangaroo situation. It's absurd. But this is the first time where I thought this is actually a really good drawn panel. Congratulations, artist. You did a good one for once. Yeah, the crowd's going wild as well. Even though I'm not sure what crowd. We're just only seeing a couple people on the sides of the street here, but apparently there's huge crowds on the side of the street, apparently. And now also all these cars are going the same way. So, again, I said before, oh, just the art direction's bad. No, the art's bad too. He's inconsistent. I don't think I've had these complaints about manga before, but, like, these are new levels of bad I didn't know existed. Again, so many manga we've read on this channel from the 60s and a little bit from 1970. I've talked about how much I love the crowd shots and how it looks so incredible and how much effort goes into it, and it's something we don't think about. And then it's hard to be like, oh, it's hard to contrast this, but, like, you know, this is a good contrast. When I praise crowd shots all the time for being, like, really, really hard to do, this is a good example of why this is so lazy. So it's not lazy, but it's serviceable. It's fine, whatever. That's a good comparison. What I mean with everybody else going, you know, above and beyond. And I'm sorry I'm trashing this mangaka so much, but on this channel, it is 99% good vibes, 99% me loving shit. So let me have an occasional, this is shit. And yeah, gonna get trampled, but using his body to protect her. Trampling is always so terrifying because it's like, it's hard to imagine how it happens, and yet it's so common. But once you're in that situation, you get it. God. And then another cry out. And then, okay, we made it to the hospital. No real transition. Oh, I guess we didn't make it to the hospital. It was just, we're just cutting to a hospital art-wise, but we're not there. And now everybody's getting into actual physical fights, too. But okay, we made it. Alright, she's gonna live. But yeah, what's causing the panic? Alright, it's been broadcast all over TV and radio. Kangaroo started it. What is it? Seems that monster stole important experimental bacteria for medical research in transit, thinking it was money. Okay, so he's doing that. That wasn't the comics. If he opens the stolen capsule, the bacteria will be released, and the people of Tokyo will be in grave danger. Okay. Again, I like this, you know, a little bit more interesting than how the comics did it, where it wasn't, you know, a big deal. But, you know, I appreciate that this is a world where everybody freaks out about everything because they haven't been living in it for hundreds of years. You know, this is the first time crazy shit like this is happening in this world, and so everybody's freaking out like mad. Meanwhile, in the comics universe, again, this is a fucking Tuesday for them. And yeah, the doctor's outlook just being like, well, No point in struggling. I'm just going to stay here and keep doctoring. Mad respect to him. Hello, Kangaroo, please return the capsule. This is a time when people show their true instincts. Not their true selves, not their, but their true instincts. Haven't you been showing them too? Maybe a little more than you'd like. Who the fuck are you? What? And it seems that the origin of this incident was Spider-Man. Yeah, it seems like he knows we're Spider-Man with the way he's talking. And of course, Joho, gonna blame it on Spider-Man as well. The Kangaroo escaped because of his interference. People, this so-called hero Spider-Man is the one that should take responsibility. And yeah, maybe he's going to go. But yeah, I just tried to save a man from being beaten to death. That's all that happened. And now, yeah, I love this is a good story. This is a good story. This is a great adaptation of the Kangaroo chapter, I gotta say. Like, again, the art and everything, yada yada, but the writing is pretty... It's serviceable at times and good at other times. Much like the comics. Yeah, great sequence here. I appreciate what he's trying to do with the art being like, with the superimposing and everything like that, but I don't think it looks very good. I understand what he's trying to do, though. I respect the attempt. But yeah, how did all this happen just from trying to protect somebody? Oh, the kid from the orphanage we saved. But director, Spider-Man saved me. Okay, he got a job. This orphan got a job as an actor. Okay, and now he's being drugged away by the director. Back to the okay. Wait, never mind. I guess okay. So like an orphanage, the person who runs an orphanage is called the director. That's fucked up. But all right, White Rose Orphanage too. I don't know why that just seems fucked up. It's like poetically fucked up. It's like you can cancel ring poetically fucked up. But yeah, see, this I don't think had ads on it. This kind of page I don't think would have had an ad here and here. This was just an intentional choice. But okay, well that might have been an ad. I don't know what the hell that was. But you do have to have a filler page here because you can't have the page count be off because you need the 2 pages to be able to line up directly. But this could have been drawn in there originally, but I doubt it. I wonder if this was to, like even in the magazine, I wonder if this was either an ad or just a pure black page, but probably an ad. And so he was like, well, let's have this be artistic. Well, there could have been ads all over this except for right here. It could have been. It's always a possibility. It seems more artistic than me, but it's a possibility. But yeah. Okay, so we're at an abandoned building here. This abandoned building. Spider-Man's strolling up to it. And a radio playing some music. There he is. Eating some bread. God, I love his look so much. And he's just like eating. Looks over at us. Smirks. Goes back to eating bread. God, what a dude. So smooth. Love him. I can't believe I like this guy more than I like the Kangaroo in the comics. That's crazy. Okay, just bust through the wall or something. You're already looking at him. Why do you need to bust through a wall? But all right, is he gonna fight or is he about to leave? He like wait, what happened? So we busted where he was actually. I see. It's like we ran over to where he was, smashed where he was, but when we just hit the rock instead, and then we're seeing a ledge that then he leaped up on, and we're turning around because we missed him. Okay, glad I caught that. This art direction, not good. But all right, cool location for a fight. Very cool location for a fight, and for a guy who can jump and bounce and everything. What a surprise. Or I guess, what a surprise. I can only do a British accent. I don't think I can do an Australian accent. I can't even do a British accent. I'm going to try to do an Australian accent. What a surprise. I didn't think you had that much power. I'm a superhero. I'm not afraid of your drop kicks. I forgot. That's how we all started this. Was he was supposed to be afraid of his drop kicks? Yeah, now that he knows it's a bacteria capsule, why is he not giving it back? A superhero. I'm sorry, but the capsule's in my chest pocket, so I can't do a fucking Australian accent. What do you think will happen to the capsule if you attack me? I don't know why I'm still trying. I'm still gonna try, I guess. But yeah, oh my god, this angle's so bad. But yeah, so he's not giving up the capsule because, you know, it's going to prevent Spider-Man from being able to attack him outright. Which, in the original issue, it was just, he didn't know what the capsule was. Spider-Man wasn't really telling him what was the deal with the capsule, but, you know, the whole fight is like, God, I can't, like, you know, the Kangaroo was supposed to be, like, you know, a villain that Spider-Man would, in any other issue, be able to instantly beat up in 5 seconds. But he couldn't because he had the capsule on him, so he had to, like, be very, very cautious while fighting him. But here, it's actually being like, oh no, I'm honestly scared of his drop kicks. I'm saying to myself all the time, I'm not scared of his drop kicks, I'm not scared of his drop kicks, but he is. Spider-Man is terrified of the Kangaroo here. And then, oh, he's out of web fluid? Yeah, out of web fluid. Damn, so okay, you both can't attack him because of the capsule, and he's out of web fluid. That's a 2-for-1. Alright, just pick up that Walkman and get out of here. Okay, then herd of kangaroos? What? Oh, okay, we're getting his backstory. Okay, please let this backstory be the same. Please let this backstory be the same. Oh boy. Crikey, I was born... I gotta say crikey, get into it. I was born in the Australian outback. Ever since I was young, I was charmed by the amazing jumps of a kangaroo, so I could always run with the kangaroos. But while I was doing that, I realized I had dreadful power of my own. The power to jump higher than a kangaroo. Hell yeah. Okay, we're just cutting out from that. Also, in the comics, he also ate what the kangaroos ate. He slept where the kangaroos slept. He just did everything like the kangaroos. And then a chance came when I could show off my power. A pro wrestling promoter from America came to scout me. I feel like I'm going into English. Okay, whatever. In the red corner, the wild man. Oh, no, sorry. In the red corner, the wild man, the kangaroo. I'm glad we're finally getting the explanation for why he was dangerous and everything. I became popular in an instant. So British. Crikey, because in this world where only the strong survive. My power proved to be an unbelievable force. Any wrestler that has a taste of my dropkick will spit out blood and stop moving. That's such a lengthy way to say that. So verbose. But okay, yeah, again, such a different character in the comics. In the comics, he's such a woe is me guy because he just, you know, like, he didn't realize his own power and accidentally, like, hurt a guy really bad. And then they were like, okay, we're going to have to, like, talk to the commission about this, you know, like, you might get, you know, some fines or whatever. And then he runs away, and then he runs away, doesn't face repercussions for it, so then the cops have to get called on him. Then he runs away from the cops, so the crime gets raised even higher. Then he goes and steals shit, he needs money, so he steals the, what he thinks was important, documents, but was like a biological thing, like a biological containment unit thing. His crimes just keep escalating, but it's all, like, you know, just because he's very, like, dumb. You know, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He doesn't really understand laws or crimes. But yeah, we withstood it. You're way too violent and strong. That's why you were banished from American Pro Wrestling. I mean, yeah, he does seem pretty violent in this version. That's why you came to Japan. Yeah, where you'd be more liked for his violence. But what is this move? What in the fuck is this move? He's got after images? Jesus, and he can punch a hole through a wall. Kangaroos can't do that. Kangaroos can't do that at all. But yeah, how are you going to make some web fluid? But yeah, who are you anyway? I'm Spider-Man. Why? Okay, why won't you die after getting hit by my dropkick? I focused all my power to my jaw. You can do that? I told you before, I have superpowers just like you. I have superpowers? I mean, not really. No, you can just jump kind of strong. But, like, you know, maybe he does have superpowers apparently here. But he didn't get, I mean, I guess also the other guy didn't get what was his name? Dr. Inumaru Dog. Dr. Dog, he didn't get any, like, superpowers from being bitten by anything. He just got superpowers by being around a bunch of lizards. So, I guess this guy also got superpowers by being around a bunch of kangaroos. But I don't know how many times I had to suffer because of those superpowers. Did you? Did you? It's you! It's not the superpowers, it's you! This could be the case for the comic version of you, but not you. It's not my fault that I'm stronger than everyone else. Don't you think so? Oh my god, this guy. I shouldn't be blamed for being able to jump higher and stronger than anyone else. Don't you think so? That's alright. It's you. You're the one doing it. It's not your power. But alright, yeah, now he leaves up to there, just like he did. Alright. So I guess he just had some spare web fluid. He just couldn't get to it in time. But alright, pops it out, puts it in. God, I love how tactile his Spider-Man shit is. But alright, now, hit him with the web, right in the eyes. That'll end the fight, just like that. Why is that every time I try to make money off my power, every country treats me as a criminal? you were gloating about this. Let me go back to what you said. Let me make sure. Indie wrestling has a taste of my chocolate. We'll spend up a lot of time. I mean, you could still say that in a thing, but like, you know, why else would they have kicked you out if, like, you know, you were banished for being too violent? I don't believe you. I don't believe this is an innocence thing. I don't want to hurt anyone. I was just too strong. Why does everyone hate me? I don't believe this for 1 second. But, of course, it's going to resonate a lot with Spider-Man. But if they're going to hate me anyway, yeah, exactly. Bring out the fucking tube, break it, spread a virus around the world. All the world know just how great the Kangaroo is. But alright, get out of his hands. And then it falls. Oh boy, and this like biological fucking, this like virus-like sound effect. But Spider-Man web it up or something? Nope, it shatters. And all of Tokyo goes mad. What the fuck? Did it actually shatter? Or is he just imagining this? I don't know. But, oh, what a good scene. Okay, this is actually, I appreciate it. When he puts his time into it, he can do some good art. God, this looks fantastic. It's a spider! Okay, so this is just supposed to be a reference to Kampasu. I made that reference, I didn't even click with it until just now. Kampasu from Osumatsu-san. But this has just got to be what he's imagining, right? Right. And yeah, all his friends and everything. But, okay, yeah, that was just what he was imagining. But okay, go down there, grab it with a web fluid, prevent it from reaching. This is like a Gwen Stacy moment before Gwen Stacy, but he actually does save it, actually. Woo! Okay, that was really good. Great sequence. Again, this sequence, insanely good. Insanely good. This is better than what we got in the comics, I think. But again, it's like a page here or there. That's not an overall indictment. But alright, yep. Got him all webbed up to the ceiling. Does he just have bare hands? Just gonna follow the same fate as me. Yeah, seems likely. Alright, he just brings it to the local police station. Okay, yeah, he's just disguised as some random kid. So, yeah. Alright, why did he just bring it here as Spider-Man? Why did he have to bring it here? I don't know. Weird. But yeah, egoist, hypocrite, throws it away. Spider-Man no more. Can't go on this time. If I keep being Spider-Man, I might end up doing the same thing as the Kangaroo. Really? But alright, Spider-Man no more. Spider-Man no more. A hero too strong. Good chapter. I think this is the best chapter we've had so far. Absolutely. And here is the cover issue for the Kangaroo issue in the Marvel Comics that we did. Honestly, not a whole lot more to say about this one. I kind of talked a lot about it throughout the issue. Mostly, I think, because it was just such a recent issue that it was very, very fresh on my mind. This is like one of the most recent issues I've read. This was on the stands until February of 1970. It came out in November 1969. But yeah, the most of this issue was a lot of Peter and Aunt May stuff, honestly, more than the Kangaroo. The Kangaroo was more of like the B plot of it, kind of. And because of the Aunt May stuff, Peter couldn't like go out and fight him until the very end. Also, I just noticed they got John Romita's signature there in the background of one of the stores. Cool. But Either way, so the Aunt May stuff does have one of my favorite fucking moments in all of Spider-Man history so far, which is Peter making a dummy out of web, a web dummy here, in his bed. So if Aunt May comes and looks, she'll think it's him, and then Aunt May does come in. Oh, so you can only see this later something else, but she comes in, pulls the covers back, sees that, freaks the fuck out, passes out, insane to see this. And then Peter just has to gaslight her later and be like, no, that was me, you were just seeing things. And he keeps doing that, he keeps fucking trying to convince her that she's seeing things, and she's falling for it every time. This poor old woman, But yeah, not much to say about this issue that we haven't already said. But again, I like his design much more in the manga, actually. This design, not really that interesting, but his design in the manga was a lot better. Chapter 4, The Fake Spider-Man, Part 1. We do Mysterio, I suppose. I mean, Mysterio isn't really a fake Spider-Man, but that's the only thing I can think of. Oh, I guess actually Chameleon would be more likely then. Never mind, Chameleon's probably a lot more likely. I don't know why I jumped to Mysterio for that. It was a week ago that he caused that incident. That was the day the movie star Kayama Toshio was coming back from overseas. He was surrounded by a crowd of his young fans. Okay, where are we going with this? His mask? Wait, what? He's a movie star, but he wears a mask that looks like Bob Dylan, and his popularity was through the roof. Fun fact, I'm actually named after Bob Dylan. Okay, what? Why is he wearing a mask? I was one of his fans. What can I say? Kayama Toshio's action movies have a feeling that makes us youth go crazy. Yes, he's the hero of movies. It was when he came to the lobby surrounded by fans and reporters that he came out of nowhere. Spider-Man, okay. Also, does he look like Bob Dylan? Barely back here, but like in these images, I don't quite think so. But also pretty crazy action movie for 1970. My God, that's very ahead of its time. It's crazy. All right, so he comes in here, kicks his ass, swings out. So yeah, it's got to be Chameleon or somebody. What was going on? He kicked down a star, then mowed down all his fans running away. And just like that, he left with a scornful laugh. Has he gone mad? Spider-Man goes wild at the Tokyo International Airport. Kayama Toshio's face injured for a month. His future as a star in doubt. I mean, was his face injured or was the mask? He was wearing a mask and everything. Dozens of others injured, and with the voices sympathizing with Kayama, the voices of hatred against him increased. The incident has been a major shock to Kayama Toshio's fans across the nation. Ooh, cool. This is basically a cover, kind of. Breaking news. Defeat the Menace, Spider-Man. However, also it's so interesting he draws mostly American-looking faces in this comic, but it is set in Tokyo. But most of the, all these images, whenever he's drawing actual manga characters, they look Japanese, but everybody here looks American. Okay. He's really trying to do a lot more with the art, I appreciate how much he's trying. But yeah, all the news, all about him. I mean, to be fair, this also might look so much better in color. If all this was in actual color, it might look a lot better. He's a fake Spider-Man! I mean, yeah, you would know. And yeah, you probably got your costume. I mean, he can freely control spiderwebs and has the same superpower as me. Like, yeah, he can freely control spiderwebs because that's an invention, so anybody can do that. And he has the same superpower as me. What do you mean? Because did he show any superpowers? No, not really. All he did was swing in and kick a guy, so he didn't really show any of supernatural powers, so I mean, I guess he's just assuming that or something, but he hasn't done anything to indicate that. But then, his expression completely changes. This is ridiculous. And his guitar, yeah, I brought his guitar earlier, but now we're getting to see him play it. I already decided to give up Spider-Man forever, so I will. Why should I care about that? Yeah, what this fake Spider-Man does. However much people hate him, it's got nothing to do with me. There's no other Spider-Man anymore. But cool. Interesting he's playing the guitar and practicing and stuff. It's just nice to see him have personality. But I mean, truly, we've read a lot of manga from the 60s at this point, and characters with personality, very hard to come by. Alright, gonna have some lunch with his aunt. Gonna get more into her, maybe? But no, yeah, just more news of Spider-Man. What is this time? Whoa, okay, burning down cars and everything. So, okay, he was burning down cars in airports. Or I guess that was a different thing. Some incident in the airport. Oh, I guess the incident at the airport was with the actor. But now, a different incident here. What did he do this time? Just put, yeah, okay, so he just made all the cars crash into each other. I see. Damn, they burned hardcore. I mean, these were 70s cars. They burned like crazy. But yeah, blaming old Spider-Man again. I mean, can you blame him? One parachute, oh my god. That's fun. But yeah, like, what is he getting out of this? You know, he's not robbing anybody, he's not getting any money. So, and there's no Spider-Man 2 discredit anymore, so what's the point of this? Yeah, and his aunt's worried about the children admiring his powers, emulating him and everything. But yeah, just trying to ignore it. Trying not to be Spider-Man anymore. But still bothering him. Oh, but okay, Rumi's coming tomorrow. That should cheer him up. Yeah. Rumi's coming to Tokyo from Hokkaido tomorrow. I'll eat. I'm coming to eat, Aunt. Fun. But what? Fall over? Yeah, like he fell down the stairs or something. But alright, now to Rumi coming, assumingly. What are you wearing? What is that? I don't know. But okay, here's Rumi. She's not looking too happy though. Oh, okay. So we're very late apparently. So she just wrote a letter saying, I'm coming to Tokyo. Didn't say can I, just said she was. God damn. Okay, now this is a good page. I appreciate this author is slowly, getting better. My main issue is the art direction, but at least the art is improving a lot. The art direction, we'll see, but at least the art is improving a lot. But okay, here he is. Yep, there he is. Okay. Oh, she was like crying and everything. She was really, really worried. I mean, this has got to be terrifying. Going from Hokkaido to Tokyo, like I'd be shitting bricks going from a place like that to a big old city. Okay, her mother passed away. Is that why she came here? But yeah, don't know how I should comfort you. I was really shocked when I read your letter. But okay, boss is here. They change their moods so fast. But yeah, I mean, is she gonna be like staying here now or something? If her mother died like that, then. And yeah, silly you leaving his room a mess when his girlfriend's coming over. But still, why is he collecting so many articles about Spider-Man? Is he emulating him as well? And a notebook full of Spider-Man concepts or something? Yeah. But yeah, he's trying to emulate Spider-Man is what she's gonna think. I mean, it's a good thing that he got, rid of the Spider-Man costume because he had no false drawer or anything. She opened up that drawer, she would have just saw the Spider-Man costume right there. But okay, yeah, Spider-Man's gear design notebook. Spider-Man's gear. No, I was thinking gear like an actual gear shifting thing or something like that, but no, yeah, just his overall gear, his web shooters and his web cartridges, and I hope he has the, what's it called? The, God, I don't know why I can't remember the name for it. But just the thing that projects the Spider-Man image onto the wall. Like, why can't I remember what the word for that is? But, I don't know. But, like, a projection of a Spider-Man image. Well, that sounds so stupid, but I can't remember the fucking word for it. Man, it's been a while since I've seen some fucking meme pages at the end of a scanlation. It's been so long. We got this one and we got this one, too. My God. I mean, this is an immediate marker of when this was scanlated. I mean, it is so funny because dubstep seemed like it was going to be the biggest fucking fad of all time. And it kind of was. But, like, it's still good. I still listen to dubstep regularly. And dubstep is still really good. It's just become much more of a, like, at the time it seemed like a fad because it was like, your song is dubstep. Like, that's just the whole genre of the song. Rather than, like, dubstep has just become a technique that you can use and incorporate into a song. It rarely is an entire song, but more just like another kind of instrument you can use, essentially. And I like it more in that way. But I still like dubstep from back in the day as well. But yeah, I feel like this is a spoiler image, or not a spoiler image, but like, something we're going to see later on, I guess. But either way, thank you, Hokuto no Gun, and Happy Scans and Optopia for all of this translations and the rolls, the cleaning, the proofreading, the editing, every bit of it. Thank you so much. Alright, now on to Volume 2. I'm just putting on the costume. Damn, he's so fucking ripped. And yeah, still just Roichi Ikigami here, so we don't have like the other writers yet. I'm so curious why they brought in other writers, because I would say the writing is his best aspect of this. You know, he's not like, oh, the art's the best aspect, certainly. So I'm curious why they brought in other writers. But, you know, also at the same time, it's not like his writing is on par with the comics or anything. I think there are, as I said, there's moments where I'm like, oh, that's a more interesting idea than what the comics did. But overall, you know, the writing isn't as good. And, you know, some people might argue that, but I prefer, like, you know, there's not a whole lot of, like, this doesn't have, you know, the Marvel way to it, you know. He has no real flaws to him. He doesn't really have much of a personality. We don't really know anything about you aside from him being Spider-Man. Like, there is no, and also there's no real sense of this being the world outside your window in any way. There's not a lot of relatability to any of this. So, like, you know, I think that's the main thing that makes the writing worse. And here was the cover at the time. Just Spider-Man in a sea of flames. Again, he can draw him a lot better here. Even though I know probably these volumes came out, like, a couple, you know, years later after the chapters did. But still. Okay, I guess it is going to be Mysterio. Well, okay, just fucking spoil that immediately. And another fucking spider Kapasu, okay. But and then looking around, seeing the web fluid as well. He's such a good boy, he loves science so much. He was the last person who would, I'm home on with Rumi. Let's speak of the future, shall we? Oh, the art's, I'm not sure if the art's gotten better or the pages are just better quality. But, because this all would have been like one chapter in the magazine, assumingly. I mean, like, not really, like, you know, this would all been considered one chapter in the magazine, but, like, the way, you know, the way manga ran back in the day is, like, you know, this would be, like, chapter, what even chapter is it? Like, chapter 4, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, blah, 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 blah. And then for the volume, you know, they just try and make it one chapter, but because the chapters went so long, because more chapters were just arcs back in the day, you know, compiling it, they had to split it up. Yeah, it's a notebook, all the pictures. But yeah, she's just thinking you're, you know, why are you so interested in him? Yeah, you're not him. You're interested in him. Yeah, how could I ever think you admire the evil Spider-Man? Oh, now she's doubting herself. But I'm a high schooler already. See? Look, this is nothing, really. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what you were trying to prove there. Like, I don't care about this at all. I was just doing it. I mean, you didn't really have an explanation for why you did it. Just, I don't care about it. But, okay. Weird. Okay, now we're doing bowling. Why do we need a random panel of her just sitting here by herself? This art direction's so weird. I can't believe this guy is going to be our main artist for the whole series. They're like, we need to get all the writers in here, not other artists. I mean, I feel like I'm giving this guy a lot of shit. I'm just, like, so surprised. Like, it's, you know, it's so, you know, all over the place. There's good aspects to it, there's bad aspects to it, there's serviceable aspects to it. It's all over the place. Okay, so he was placed in an orphanage as well. So, yeah, they both lost their parents. The kid he saved was from an orphanage as well. Damn, and watching grow was the only thing that gave meaning to her life. Jesus Christ. I mean, there's no Uncle Ben in this universe at all. Like, just does not exist. Ugh. This paneling is nauseating. It is just so many angles like this. And it's, you know, at this time, a lot of people are trying to do this to look cool. You know, we've read some other manga that do the exact same thing, where it's like, they're doing paneling like this because it's non-standard rectangular square paneling. And I get it, but it is just too much sometimes. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people in the comics who did this as well. My least favorite artist in the comics did this all the fucking time. Thankfully, he stopped when one woman wrote into the letters page and was just like, hey, I would love it if you paneled the series, not like an insane person. And he was like, I'm immediately going to change. I mean, I joke, but that's also just how Marvel Comics works in general. You know, they are very, very responsive to people. You know, people write in the letters pages and be like, we don't really like this aspect of the story. And they're like, okay, we'll change it. You know, we don't really like this aspect, or we would, you know, want you to focus more on this character, or like, hey, there was this interesting thing you didn't explore. Okay, we'll explore it more next issue. Like, they're very, very responsive to the people. And so, yeah, something that I really, really love about Marvel Comics. Okay, is he just sprinting down the street, down a highway? Okay, I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Yeah, he was just sprinting down a highway. Sprinting all the way home. Why? Wait, what happened? What'd I miss? I don't know. They were on the Ferris wheel, and then suddenly he's sprinting through the streets. What the hell happened? Okay, they got separated in a crowd of demonstrators on the way home. Okay. And so then, yeah, when they left, there was no sign of her anymore. Yeah, a lot of trampling in this series. Okay. So the fake Spider-Man is going around stealing single women or women in couples. Okay, never mind. He just steal women in general. Why is he saying with single women or women in couples? That's just all women. What are you talking about? Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't think Spider-Man's ever recovering from this. According to an eyewitness account of a victim who notified police, he would hide behind a tree on a quiet suburban street, steal handbags from passing women, and towards women on dates, he would act with brutal violence and leave behind a scornful laugh. Okay, so never mind. So like, but yeah, so like when he means incidents of single women or women in couples attacked by Spider-Man on the rise, but he's only attacking the women in couples, so just a very misleading headline there. But no, so yeah, he's stealing from the single woman, and he's beating up the boyfriends of the couples. But I guess actually, yeah, so he's not attacking any of the women. What are they talking about? Incidents of single women or women in couples attacked by Spider-Man on the rise. That has not happened at all. I mean, yeah, this is a rough one. You are not coming back from this. Your reputation is ruined forever. Ooh, I like the serious tone. And yeah, you don't even worry about. I mean, like, you should be worried about Rumi because she's lost in the city. Like, that's the thing you should be worried about. Well, okay, if she knows the way home, then I guess there really isn't anything to be worried about. But he's still worried about her for some reason. Because, like, what is he worried about? What is he worried about happening with Rumi? It's like, does she take her luggage everywhere with her? She doesn't have, like, a handbag or anything like that, so she's not going to get that stolen by Spider-Man, and she's not in a couple, so, like, the boyfriend that she would be with is not going to get beaten up, so, like, what are you afraid of? Yeah, she's still not back. I mean, yeah, at this point, it's your aunt's crazy for, like, you know, his aunt just being like, oh, she'll find her way back, and now it's nighttime, and your aunt's still like, I don't give a shit about this woman at all. No. She really is like, I care about raising him, and aside from that, I don't give a shit about anything else in life. Okay. So, the crimes are increasing, actually. So, like, the next couple that Spider-Man went after, he assaulted both the victims and badly beat them, left them in critical condition. Yeah, very changing out. Last time, he just swung by, kicked the guy, and left. Spider-Man is now the enemy of all women. No, all citizens. I mean, yeah. I truly don't know how we're going to overcome this. How the fuck? And a certain criminologist has analyzed Spider-Man's crimes. Based on his image of a hideous spider, Spider-Man is symbolizing the many different frustrations hiding deep within the hearts of modern youth. He is actively fulfilling the devilish desires all young people want to try at least once. This fucking criminologist. I'm not surprised a criminologist doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. They never do. Such a fucking fake job. And then he's just dreaming about Spider-Man attacking women. What a silly. This is, I think, actually happening, though. I don't think this is Peter, or you, sorry, dreaming about this or imagining this. I think this is just actually happening with, I guess, Mysterio, apparently. Ridiculous. Okay, no, he is picturing himself doing it. He is actively fulfilling the devilish desires all young people want to try at least once. In other words, the form of a hideous spider is symbolizing the frustrations of youth. Oh my god. then sees Ruby in this dream sequence, runs away from him, and he's just like, oh my god, they're going fucking crazy with this issue. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, wakes up in a cold sweat. Oh, so funny. But yeah, it's 11 p.m. and Rumi's still not back yet. Dog's barking like crazy. Alright, gonna go to the station. If I wait till the last train. Yeah, let's take to this police. Okay, finally, yes, finally the aunt's saying something sensible. You waited till 11 p.m. to try and form a search party or something. Like, I mean, you gotta, for that shit, you gotta wait 24 hours. But I mean, you two both should have just gone out looking. She's clearly not gonna come back. And if she does come back, you don't need to be in the house for her to come back. You can't trust the police. Damn, he's already like, you can't trust the police. Why? Like, you know, I understand why Peter Parker would say that. I don't understand why you would say that. Great. Now he's throwing his ants and everything. Yikes. But yeah, I mean, he really, like, this is so off the problem. Like, this criminologist says one thing, and then people take it seriously. He's just taking him at his word, taking it seriously, and now it's infecting his brain and everything. The magic words, as they say. I think it's also hard to get across, like, so much of this manga is, like, filling time. It's like it's a manga in the 50s. Like, this whole page here is just, you know, there's so many of these. There's so many pages that I'm not talking about, so you guys are only seeing, like, the pages that have interesting stuff going on in them. But so much of the pages I'm just fully skipping because it's all information we already have. What could I say about this I haven't already said? It's all information we already know. There's no reason for it now. But there's so much manga like this where every fucking, like, time you say anything that moves the plot slightly forward, you then have to recap everything again every time. It's just, it's so much circular logic. We're just saying the same things over and over and over again. I mean, this one chapter is the length of an entire volume. These volumes are like 400 pages long, which is the length of like 2 volumes, so the typical volume is like under 200 pages. So, this chapter alone is the length of an entire fucking volume. And really, almost nothing has happened in this issue. For a volume's length of work, like, we've had maybe 20 pages worth of content over the course of 150 fucking pages. Okay, there's Rumi. She was on the last train. Why the hell was she on the last train? The fuck? But okay, she sees us, gets extremely happy. But then, yeah, we bumped into a guy, so then he grabs us, punches us in the face. Fucking asshole. Is that any way to talk to someone you bumped into? Tries to fight him, but... oh yeah, almost used his superpower, gotta hold back his strength. But alright, yeah, now we're gonna do a fight with some random fucking goons, and we can't fight back. Terrific. But yeah, now Rumi's just gonna watch us get the shit beaten out of us. But yeah, you just be doing the same thing as the fake Spider-Man. Great, punching away his fucking vision, just blurred, getting kicked on the ground. Thank God he's got his resistance. Jesus Christ, they could have fucking killed him. Probably would have. But alright, the pigs showed up. Great, yeah, they just chase off those guys. Don't help him at all. And while on the ground, with the tar kicked out of him, tell me, Rumi, where have you been? And what have you been doing? Seriously, I want to know. What the hell's going on? What? She keeps saying there was something wrong with me. Something wrong. Like, we were surrounded by the demonstrators, dropped my notebook with a picture in it, went to go talk with you. Must have been something wrong with me. I forgot everything, so I searched the bowling alley and other places we went together. What? I don't really understand what's going on. At least you found your picture. Did the picture, like, regain her memory or something? What? I don't quite understand. She had, like, selective amnesia? Or something? Like, for some, like, she dropped a notebook, picked it back up, and then turned around and talked to him. And once she turned around and talked to him, she forgot. And, like, I forgot everything. But then I searched the bowling alley and other places we went together, so she clearly didn't forget everything. Huh. Confusing. What the hell? Okay, that picture seems really valuable. Who? I thought it was a picture of her. Oh, when he said, okay, you found your picture, like the picture in the notebook, not her pictures in the picture of her. Okay, it's a picture of her mother and her brother. Okay, and then a bunch of birds go fucking crazy. And then, okay, Spider-Man comes by, snatches the purse with the picture in it. Then, yeah, she hates his guts, wants to kill him. But what is this sequence? What is this sequence? I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be implying. No idea. No idea on that one. But alright. He's a fake! You're gonna come out with it? I'll expose him for who he really is, but okay, yeah. He shouted that, but he's not explaining why. Alright, so we're cutting away. Are we going to find out what the hell was going on with her amnesia? What the fuck was any of that about? That was out of nowhere. God. What? That day I started searching for the fake Spider-Man. Okay. He's on top of... Oh, yeah, he is. He's on top of the fucking Sky Needle. But okay, so the moment he became Spider-Man again, somebody started using the media to send me a challenge. Spider-Man, enemy of society. I challenge you as the representative of the citizens' rage. My name is Mysterio. Okay. So, yeah, this all was the Mysterio thing. Did Mysterio originally dress up as Spider-Man to discredit him? Am I forgetting that? And he wasn't just pretending to be a cool villain? Yeah, Mysterio is so, honestly, so uninteresting in the comics so far, so... A sudden appearance! A hero called Mysterio! His bizarre cape, his strange helmet, and the mysterious artificial fog that comes out of him. They all tell the limitless power of this mysterious Mysterio. Mysterio, hero of the people, defeats Spider-Man now! Still this fucking gay guy. Okay, I actually had to look it up because I forgot. But yeah, the whole issue was actually Mysterio dressing up as Spider-Man, committing a bunch of crimes, so that way then he could be the hero that defeated Spider-Man. I honestly forgot about that whole plot line of it. I thought it was just Mysterio pretending to be a new cool hero, but then he was secretly also doing crimes on the side. I don't know why I forgot about it. I mean, to be fair, it was so long ago. It was at the very, very, very beginning of all Spider-Man comics. It's so funny we've been doing all the very beginning stuff, one Kangaroo issue, back to the beginning again. So weird. But yeah, that did happen. Okay. Also, yeah, they did have their final fight location on the Brooklyn Bridge. So now we're doing this at the Kyosu Bridge in Tokyo. And a really cool panel here from the POV of one of the helicopters. Again, just taking a panel and or like a picture, real life picture, and just drawing it, tracing it. But or honestly, digitizing it. I don't think he traced it at all. Just digitized it. But yeah, still, it's cool though. Yeah, every single one of them is looking up at one point on the top of the bridge. They're fighting on the very tippity top of the bridge. And on the top of the bridge is Spider-Man and Mysterio. They've got fucking planes going by. This is going to be a big fight. God, I wish we could get this in color. God, I really wish we could get this in color. Oh, kills me. Kills me. Oh, I love the way this looks in his eyes. The silhouetted head being the pupils. Really cool. Okay, the fight starts. Spider-Man leaps at him. Mysterio leaps into the air as well. Manages to avoid him. But yeah, this is the first one we're actually getting a fight, it feels like, where the art direction's not absolutely terrible. But yeah, shoots his webs at him, is able to melt his webs. How is he able to do all this? And I don't know what the hell he's doing here. He's going foo and doing something. Whatever that is. I'm not sure what he did, but he did something. And now gas from his shoes being released. I was surprised he's not pretending that's like a magical power. We're just immediately seeing it's coming from his shoes. But yeah, creates a big old mist around him. Disappear within. And now it's time I showed you my real power. However great your punches are, they're useless if you cannot see me. Okay, so this is his real power. And yeah, Spidey sense. But somehow Spidey sense doesn't work in here. Yeah. And yeah, punch him through the mists. And meanwhile, I can see you clear as day. Yeah, he's not struggling in the mist at all. He knows exactly where you are. Oh! his glass, like his interesting, because like I'm not sure if they're glass in the comics. We haven't established anything like that, but clearly here they're glass. They've shattered. Now, cool getting the POV. Yeah, you're gonna get killed. This is intense. I like this. I was not expecting this to be this big of a fight, but this long. I mean, like the fact that he was struggling even as Kangaroo means that Mysterio is gonna really give him really give him a run for his money. But where is he? Where is he? This also to be fair, I feel like the art direction of this manga might not be as bad if the fucking translators decided to translate the sound effects. This is clearly a manga where there's a lot of so much of the transitions or whatever, or like an effect is just a sound effect. And with it not being translated, we're definitely missing a lot here. But his mask, you almost got, he like went and hooked his finger under your mask, pulled it up a little bit. Yeah, you got like 2/3 of your face exposed there. And falling down to the river. Psh, okay, damn, Mysterio did defeat us. But, this is the one you decide to translate, and you just slap it over it. There's no you covered whatever it was covering here on the panel, but then these sides are the only point where it's poking out of. Why didn't you just erase it? So lazy. But yeah, you're in no condition to fight him right now. You just gotta get out of here, especially with the cops shooting at you and everything. Mysterio, you win, but just you wait. And knocks out a kid as a fucking orphan again. What is that pose? But yeah, the kid. Damn, what is this page? You made this kid bleed? And gee, he's crying so much. Holy shit. And my eyes, I can't see. Wait, what did you do? What the hell happened? You like bumped into him so much he went blind? What the fuck? And now they're shooting him again with the kid right there. Oh my god. But okay, steal the kid, take him to a hospital. Just pan away from the bridge. Okay, what the fuck? How'd this kid go blind? Damn, 500,000 yen in 1970 for this. Whew, how the fuck do you pay for that? You should turn yourself in, try to make that much money. Yeah, you just add to your crimes. But if he turned himself in, he'd have that money. But okay, he's gonna threaten him. Yeah. No one believes me, no one understands how I really feel right now. I'll do something about the money. Just operate. He's fucking ready to box his ass. This doctor's ready to box right back. This doctor's ready to box a Spider-Man. But okay, there's no way that's holding up your fucking strength. Holy shit. But alright, sneaking back home. Yep. Okay, we're saying it's ultrasonic devices attached to his costume that messed up his spider sense, not the mist. Okay. And okay, so he just had acid to melt the strings. I wonder if the fake Spider-Man's going to end up not being Mysterio, or, what, but like he's so adamant about thinking that they're not the same person. Interesting paneling. Interesting. As always, a lot of experiments in this manga. As everybody's worried, like, where is Spider-Man going to plan to attack next? A company safe? A department store's profits? Or a bank? Or a horse race? This is what people are worried about? What? I would assume they would be worried about him stealing from something that matters. But, like, I mean, ordinary average citizens being like, oh no, Spider-Man's going to destroy a department store's profits. So fucking funny. Also, they really tried to redraw these, but oh boy. That is really bad, really bad. I don't even know how you did this bad of a job, because it's perfect circles. So how do you fuck this up so much? Just use the circle tool in Photoshop. How did you fuck that up? Okay, and he's trying to borrow more money from Joho. Even though, hasn't even paid back the previous loan that he took out. I mean, already crazy that he got a loan from Joho, but, now he's not even paying it back, trying to get more. That stingy boss. Again, I feel like this manga does not understand what makes Spider-Man good. Like, they're trying to have a similar dynamic with Peter and Jameson and you and Joho, but, like, there's no, like, Why are we supposed to think that Joho is stingy? Why are we supposed to think that Joho is a bad boss? What, nothing has come up in the series for us to think about that. Like, this manga is so... The number one distinction between manga and comics at this time, or I shouldn't say that. The number one distinction between manga and Marvel comics at this time, and the distinction between Marvel comics and also all other comics at this time, is that nobody understands the concept of your characters should be flawed, there should be things you don't like about them, and, there should be things that make them relatable to you. And out of all the 60s manga we read, there's not a single one like that. Out of all the other comics I've read, there's not one like that. And now this directly adapting Spider-Man, it's crazy. They're like, we should adapt Spider-Man except for every flaw, like take out every flaw Peter has and remove every relatable aspect of Peter. Remove all his friends, remove the supporting cast, just make it a blank character with no real personality, and, it just doesn't work. Okay, now he's all beat up. What the hell happened? Trying to steal money or something? I don't know. Oh, damn, he smacks some hot tea back in her face. God. Lucky you only got on your clothes. Could have burnt you. God, he's just crying in bed, keeping everybody up. Again, there's so many pages of just, like, the same sort of stuff. There's not a whole lot to say here. It really feels like, it's the problem that Marvel ran into themselves at one point, where they thought doing continued stories, as in, like, stretching a story out for a long time would make it better. Like, oh, well, if we take this story and instead cover it in 4 issues rather than in 1 issue, it'll be better. But it, because it's like, oh, we're giving it more time, we're pacing it better, but not really. And I feel the exact same thing here. Stretching out this stuff does not make it more impactful, it makes it less impactful. Trying to, like, having these scenes where he's, like, crying, having these scenes where he, like, they would hit maybe harder if, he had more of a personality, or there was, any sort of human tale going on here. But there's just, everything in this manga just sort of happens for no reason. Alright, Mysterio's challenging him again. Once again. Is Heibon Punch like a previous manga from this guy? Or just a manga that was popular at the time? I'm not sure. But, alright, going to meet him. Going to try and fight him. I mean, what caused him to get his fate? We didn't even, get an explanation as to what caused his, injuries. But okay, maybe he's not going to fight Mysterio. Because for 10 days now, he's been coming home hurt every day. Alright, going to the film studio, hiring stuntmen. Okay, so is that what he's doing? He's, like, obviously, with the Mysterio stuff, but is this you, in fact, doing this? Or is this, like, is this a situation where Mysterio, attacked that actor right out the gate because he was jealous? Something like that. Yeah. So it's got to be him here. So this guy, Kurosawa Tatsuya, that's who Quentin Beck is here. Okay, we are here too. Okay, so we're also here. We are a stuntman indeed. Okay. I mean, he's gotten fucked up for being a stuntman. Like, what kind of stunts are they having you do? Why are you getting so much cuts? Alright, now here's the set of our movie. Just some mountainside. And it's some, like, action movie. Cliff's edge, and then whoa, slips off. Good work, Kurosawa. All right, now Kitagawa, you're on. Where are we going with all this? Okay, and then he leaps off, slides down. But did he die? Did something happen? Yeah, something's wrong. He's just lying there. He's not getting up. He is a professional stuntman. Probably just twisted his ankle. More importantly, you're up next. This next scene is one of my special action scenes. I'll let you have it. How is he the stunt double for him? The face shape is different, the hair is different, the eyes are different, the nose is different, every part of him is different. But he ignores him, rushes down the cliffside, after him. But explains why he's got cuts and everything like that if they're just fucking sliding down cliff sides. But okay, he's fine. There's nothing, just hurt my back a little bit. Okay. Yeah, why did you choose this line of work, other stuntman? I don't know, we're not going to find out. Or maybe we are. Okay, I thought we were moving away, but no. There are those that live as a gorgeous star, and those that live supporting that star in the shadows. In other words, there are 2 kinds of people. And this isn't just limited to movies. The whole world is like that. Yeah, there's the person at the top, and then all the people that support them. Strangely enough, Komori, there are people who are satisfied with living in someone's shadow, even when putting themselves at risk. It's because you decided you gave up on being a star, right? Oh wait, is this? Hold on. Is this the guy? What did they say his name was? Kitagawa, and who was the guy who got his ass kicked by Spider-Man in the beginning? Let me go back. Kame Yatoshi. Okay, so it's not the same guy. Not the same guy at all. Okay. For a second I thought like, oh, he's working for him now, but no. Okay, never mind. Different guy. But yeah. So yeah, there's plenty of people who could just live in the shadows and support, somebody else. But not me. I could never handle that. One that's like, well, you're in this line of work, so what do you mean? But also saying this directly to his face. So rude. So rude. Okay, now the director is saying like, oh, when you slid down the hill to go check on the other stuntman, I understand you did that because you didn't want to live in the shadow of our main actor. What? Like, let's play this out. Let's imagine he did say he is jealous of him. To be fair, like, all this is true, but why is he thinking that based off of him going to check on if a stuntman is okay? Like, the cameras weren't even rolling. Was he just trying to look... The director thinks that he was just trying to look cool in front of everybody's eyes, and so he would then... The director might be like, wow, you're cooler than our main actor. Do you want to be our main actor? Like, what is the scenario the director thinks that we were thinking? What? That would be like us being jealous of that superhero Mysterio. The dialogue in this series is so bad. Alright, train full of people, going somewhere, and Spider-Man just walking on air. Okay, no, he's walking on a web line. Alright, so where the hell is this Spider-Man or is this Mysterio? Okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So this is him going back to the hospital to pay for the surgery. Okay. The boy never had a danger of going blind to begin with. Didn't even have a scar on his forehead. I wanted to believe in your humanity. If you had even the tiniest heart in you, you wouldn't have put up with yourself for causing this boy's blindness, and you would have turned yourself in. That's what I thought. Oh my god. You motherfucker. Didn't even question us, didn't even ask us anything, didn't even ask the boy at all what the hell happened. Didn't even repent of anything, and went and committed another crime. Oh my god, now Mysterio appears from behind him. Ridiculous. Were they all working together? And you had to use the money you stole from the bank to pay for the boys' fees. Okay, so Mysterio must have like dressed up as him, pretended to rob a bank, and while we were doing all that. It's so subtle, but the way the mask is drawn just looks so bad. It's so out of proportion. It's so difficult. I mean, like, even in Marvel Comics, nobody can really quite draw it except for like, John Romita, Steve Ditko, Buscema. Those are really the only three that I trust. Anytime anybody else takes over or Spider-Man appears in another magazine, it just doesn't look right. But to be fair, none of them look as bad as this. Maybe Kirby's looks as bad as this, but... Alright, now he's just got super confidence here out of nowhere. I don't know why, but he's really confident now. But okay, now he's joking around with him and everything. I'm a criminal that can hurt or kill without a second thought. I may end up killing you. If you still want to be a hero, bring it on. Why? What does he gain from saying all that? I mean, it is also crazy having a superhero like Spider-Man doing an adaptation of Spider-Man and having none of Spider-Man's quips. But alright, the train fight. I do love me a train fight, and I love this like superimposed panel there. Yeah, the artificial mist isn't working, but, well, I mean, because they're on the train, sure, but I mean, what did the mist do to begin with? Because, I thought the mist was going to be like, the thing that prevented his spider sense, but it wasn't actually the mist. It was, oh shit, what was it? It was the sound. So, like, that should still work perfectly fine. I guess, to be fair, they have to work in conjunction. If Mysterio used the sound to mess up Peter's spider sense, it's not really going to do anything, because he can still just see you. So, yeah, you need both in conjunction. But, in fact, actually, it doesn't work. He just floats backwards. Okay. But, okay, we did punch him. But, so did we actually, like, manage to punch him? And then that, like, sent him flying backwards? But... where do we even put? I mean, I don't know why I'm expecting the art in this manga to be anything other than the worst. Is this supposed to be us punching him? It just looks like we're punching the air. But yeah, we broke some of his devices. Punch again and break. I just assume this mangaka can't draw a punch to save his fucking life. We have not had a single punch in this fucking manga. But yeah, okay, so he's wearing the costume underneath as well. It's cool. But yeah, the whole time Spider-Man saw there's multiple people working together, but it's a one-man act. But okay, damn, lifts up the... So did he punch us? I guess he punched us, and then we spit out the blood, and then he punches us again. I think I'm definitely dropping this out of this chapter. The other ones were really interesting. This chapter, so bad, I think I'm going to drop it after this. I'm surprised. I really wanted to read this whole thing. Just for the sake of... I have read every... let me put this in perspective. I've read every fucking Marvel comic from the 60s. That is hundreds. And this, I'm like, I cannot read this. I have to drop this. This is so awful. That really should put in perspective how good the comics are compared to manga. But, now... Okay, yeah, Spider-Man punches him. And... Okay, just, oh, don't kill me. Please, I know I'm showing you are, let me off the hook. Yeah, I'll let you off the hook now. Yeah, who's gonna prove your innocence if you kill me? I mean, he's not gonna kill you either way, but yeah, gotta get him to prove it. But no, he's just gonna keep beating the shit out of me either way. I was just jealous of you, forgive me. Spider-Man's just still beating them up so much. Yeah, this is not Peter Parker at all. What a villain. What a fucking villain Peter you is. But okay, it was the others. Wait. Yeah, that's Kitagawa, actually, not the actual actor. Surprise. But okay. Yeah, I guess. Everybody's jealous. Alright, he's just gonna quit superhero business again immediately. You've had one issue of being Spider-Man again. You're like, yeah, fuck it. Spider-Man no more. Immediately again. Right after again. But okay, in the room he disappeared. I'm sorry, you're going through so much pain all alone, but I can't do anything for you. I don't want to cause you or your aunt any more trouble. And so she left. Okay, terrible. If you guys really want me to read more, let me know, and maybe I will if there's demand for it. But aside from that, I don't think I'm going to be reading anymore. Not even on my own or anything. This is just, it's too hard to get through. It's too hard. And the other ones were okay, but this one was an entire volume length chapter, and it was so bad. I don't know if I have much more to say. Read Marvel Comics. Get the fuck out of here.